Here at McDaniel College in Westminster, Maryland, there is a focus on the liberal arts. This means that all students have many opportunities to try out new things. That includes taking classes outside of major requirements, taking on an extra minor to accompany the major, or even creating a major based on an individual's separate interests. Students can take many classes that are not part of their major requirements because of the way the basic liberal arts requirements and McDaniel plan works. For example, a student who is an art major could take a sociology class. These students have taken classes that do not fit into their major.
I took my freshman seminar, which was group process and interactive theater. It wasn't my first choice for freshman sem, but I've always kind of liked theater, so I took that class. I think it might have counted as one of my BLRs, I'm not sure, but so I just kind of got placed there, and I actually really liked it. It was a fun class.
Sociology and psychology, because I was looking to maybe expand what I was doing and try and find a different field that maybe interested me.
I've taken drawing for non-majors just because I'm really interested in art and I might do it as a minor, so I don't know if that fits in. I also took a religious studies course, The Good Life, for my first year seminar. It wasn't my first choice, but it was kind of something I was interested in.
Well, I've taken biology and chemistry because originally I planned on being a bio major so I could go to med school, but that didn't really pan out. And I'm taking jazz band because I'm a musician and I have been since elementary school.
And I also took contemporary issues and ethics. It's a philosophy class, and I took that for humanities, and it sounded interesting because it was like up-to-date topics and all that stuff.
This means that you, the students here at McDaniel, have a great opportunity to experience something new. Whether you are a business major or a music major or a communication major, there are many opportunities for you to step outside your major and try something you might have considered before but never had the time to pursue. McDaniel College also has a great January term and study abroad options. The January term is something that every student must do at least once, so why not make the best of it? Even courses that fit into what your major is can still teach you something new and interesting. Take more than one and really take your college experience a step further. Here are some students that are going to take January terms in order to experience something new.
This Jan term I'm going to Italy. It's Italy through the lens, so it's a photography class. I've always really liked photography, and I remember when I was taking a tour here, they talked about some of the Jan terms were like photography ones, and I always kind of wanted to do that because it's something I've always liked, but it doesn't really have to do with my major.
Taking first responder because over the summer 2 years ago I worked at a fire department house, or volunteer fire department, selling t-shirts for them, and I just really was inspired by what they do on a day-to-day basis, so I figured if I got the first responder training then I could help them out over the summer.
These students have an idea of what January term they would like to take.
I'm thinking of going to the Jan term for marine biology. It's in the Bahamas. I couldn't afford it this year, but I think they're doing it next year, so if I was to choose one, I would choose that one.
I'd like to take a Jan term maybe abroad somewhere to like England or Florida sounds nice.
I'd probably want to take one where you get to go somewhere fun, but I was going to take the Philippines one this year, but it got really expensive.
There's also the opportunity to travel and study abroad either for a January term or for a semester. This is not required, but is something you should think about. Try living in a different culture and see if it doesn't change the way you look at the world.
Think about possibly going to Scotland or Australia or maybe Budapest. We're not really sure yet, but somewhere.
I'd probably go to Italy just because it's a very diverse place. There's a lot of history there, and I think it'd be very interesting to study such a place.
I'd probably go to Australia or somewhere in Europe, like France, Italy, something like that would be cool.
I'd probably like to study in England because there's just so much history that's in there.
I'd like to go to either Scotland or Australia. I'm thinking next year sometime. Maybe Budapest. Not really sure though.
So, whether you're taking some diverse classes or thinking about taking an interesting Jan term or minoring in a subject that's really different from your major, make sure that you're taking full advantage of your liberal arts education. McDaniel College advertises that it has been changing lives since 1867, But that change cannot happen without a big effort from you, the students. If you have an interest in something, take this opportunity to pursue it at least a little bit. It will help to enrich your life forever.